Listen, man. Welcome to episode 8, right, T?
Yes, episode 8.
Episode 8 of That
So
Might
eight.
TMC podcast, man. Shout out to y'all for coming through another Monday. Man, we got the cast here. We got the one and only DJ Mint with the pop of color. You know what I mean? He just threw it on just to freak it for the viewers real quick. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I like
Something special, something nice.
something special. We got Icy Girl, the iciest of them all, Tiana J here.
Hello.
And for those of you all tuning in for the first time, we got a special segment today. We got Behind the Booth, an interview series between TMC Podcast and Historically Black Sense that highlights HBCU DJs and MCs. And of course, here to pop it off, to start us off the right way, we got the one and only VSU alum in the building, one and only DJ Infinity, man.
Yo.
Infinity in the building, man.
It's good, y'all. What's up?
Infinity, how you feeling, man? How's life for you right now?
Good, excellent. Like, life is good. Blessed and highly favored, man. You know, just feeling great. How about y'all?
Can't complain, man. That boy's skin glowing in the light. He fresh cut. I mean, he can.
Yeah, bro, I only got the vinyl collection in the back. I only got your little vinyl collection. You got
Yeah, man. Vinyl collection, the DJ equipment in the back too. So.
Oh man, it's official.
Nice.
What's your favorite vinyl up there? Favorite one?
My favorite vinyl out of all of those. Okay, we can do this two ways. So out of American artists that I have, probably Jay-Z, Hard Knock Life. It's between Jay-Z and 50 Cent. But my favorite Caribbean artist up there is Vibes Cartel, and that was like one of his first albums that he put out in like 2002, I think.
So. Okay, solid.
I was looking at the Eminem joint in the back. That was a little.
So I'm an Eminem fan too. Like I'm an Eminem fan too.
Yeah.
Did you the
Did you like Houdini?
The Houdini joint?
So like his newer music I don't really like, but
Nice.
you know, I will say like he uses a lot of like double entendres, so it's like sometimes it might be a diss to somebody, or he might just be, you know, talking like you really never know. He doesn't really do interviews like that, so he's not really as vocal about what he's talking about, you know, so everybody can take it, you know, anyway for real.
Fair. All right, listen, man, I don't want to get right to it with you, Infinity. So I want to ask you, how did you even get involved into music, becoming a DJ? Like, where does DJ Infinity start?
For sure. So we could start off with my love for music. So first off, my dad's actually from New York. I grew up in Maryland. So my dad and I would be taking like a lot of trips up to New York, and he would be playing, you know, all type of music in the car, like Jay-Z like DMX, the Locks, Dipset, all of that stuff. So like as a kid, I would really just be taking a lot of that, you know, music. Also had a lot of love for music in high school, listening to music, you know, pretty much at full blast in the crib all the time and headphones. I've actually been a DJ for the past 8 years, but it didn't occur to me to be a DJ until I got to college. So pretty much one day I'm in my room, you know, just on a computer. I think I was doing a homework assignment, and I had seen an ad for this DJ program. So I just downloaded it out of curiosity, you know, just went on YouTube, looked up some stuff about how to download music.
Mm-hmm.
And then sure enough, somebody a couple of doors down from me at VSU, they had some DJ equipment they weren't really like, you know, using. So I just asked just to borrow it for a week or whatever. So I ended up falling in love with it from there. And after that, I came back home to Waldorf. I grew up in Waldorf, but I was out in PG County now. I came back home. I was working at Chuck E. Cheese at the time. I spent the whole month at home, you know, just working, saving up all my checks. And then I blew like pretty much all my money on DJ equipment so I could just take it all back to school. And sure enough, somebody had booked me for a house party. And then I went from house parties to clubs in Richmond and Petersburg area in less than like 4 months. So.
Nice.
Wow. Oh wow. So you I would say, from what I've seen, have been through and through with it. Like every time I see Infinity, he's working. Whether it's a private gig, whether it's hair star gig, whether it's you getting to it, right? So what would you say now? What's the day in the life like for Infinity?
So a day in the life for me now, we can probably take today for example. So I wake up, I log into work. So I actually do work a 9 to 5. I work in the tech industry. I actually work as a systems engineer for a government contractor company. I was a computer science major at VSU. So I like to have the 9 to 5 and the DJing as well. But back to the original question. So I wake up in the morning, log into work. You know, I work from home. So today I was able to work from my grandma's house, you know, just to you know, go help her out in my spare time. So I come back home, you know, go to the gym, and then just came here to get ready for this interview as well. So, but at least a day in the life on the weekends, probably starting from Thursday, wake up, log into work, and then probably like Thursday night is when, like the nightlife starts, or any extracurricular activities that involve DJing that I'm doing really start between like Thursday through Sunday.
Listen, that's a schedule. That's a schedule right there. Y'all want to jump in? Give Infinity something.
I want to know because like I know like from DJ to DJ, we may go outside from time to time, and like it might be like other DJs out playing music, and like you'll hear a mix and you'll be like, this DJ don't know what he's doing, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this yeah. So like, what is like a big pet peeve that you hear like when you outside DJing doing your thing, and you'll hear something and you'll be like, that's what you like. You did that.
So honestly, I normally try not to be judgmental when I'm not like DJing. If I'm just, like going out with my friends, I just try to, just try to be myself. You know what I'm saying? Just, have an open mind, just to, have fun. I try. But, sometimes what I hear, my pet peeve is that, if you have a gig or something, just make sure you are prepared for that gig, because the worst thing that can happen is that, let's say like, prime example, you're DJing somewhere and you never know who's going to show up. You never know who's listening. You don't even know if another DJ is in the crowd. If you're like train wrecking transitions, if you're maybe, repeating music throughout the whole night, or just not catering to the certain crowd that's there, like your preparation and timing is just key. So if you're not preparing, I feel like, you should just go back home, take a second, just to study up, just do what you have to do.
Yeah, I feel that, because definitely somebody has to like know their crowd, because like I hate when like people have like let's say it's like a Caribbean night, so like they're playing like only Caribbean music,
right?
Like Afrobeats music, and they choose the DJ, and the DJ don't, like you said, do their homework, so they struggling. You know what I'm saying? They doing bad transitions. They playing some old hip hop music. They like, you know what I'm saying? Like so I definitely agree with that. I feel like
for sure.
Nice.
I just feel like Infinity is capping with the amount. I feel like there's much more hate in his heart, but he's just not.
I know he's capping. Because I be outside.
Not so like, me like I just try to always maintain like a humble mindset. Like I'm never gonna like directly say to somebody, oh, I feel like this person is trash or anything. I'll normally say, this person probably just needs like, practice more, just put more time into their craft. Because honestly, that's all it is. Like me, I started out, I'm pretty sure like at my first house party, somebody not like directly booed me, but they were like, they pretty much said like, like what the hell, Infinity, like what you doing? That was my sign to me. Okay, like I need to go get back in the lab, get ready, and just prepare for the next gig. So, and then the more you prepare, the better you're gonna get.
Right. Also heard that you said that you grew up, because you said your pops was from New York or whatever.
Yeah.
So like, what are like some of like your biggest like songs that you like to listen to, or like some of your favorite artists and stuff like that?
I definitely like to listen to definitely a lot of Jay-Z, a lot of 50 Cent, DMX. I would say I like discover Eminem on my own. My dad wasn't really playing that too much, so I listened to like a lot of that, a lot of Kendrick Lamar. I listen to a plethora of Caribbean music all the time. I definitely like Drake as well too, so he's up there. So honestly, I try to listen to all types of music, whether it be house, pop, EDM, just so I can just expand my music catalog as a DJ. But I will say on like a day to day, if I'm at the gym or something, it's definitely not some current hip hop, 2000s hip hop, Caribbean music. I'm a big soca fan as well. I have family from Trinidad, so I'm Trinidadian and Puerto Rican, so I have family from both of those areas.
I heard you said Drake and Kendrick as well.
I was just about to ask who won. Who won?
Feel about that whole.
Kendrick Lamar won, right? But Kendrick Lamar won, hands down. Overall, Drake is a better artist. However, that diss was Kendrick's first song that went like number one. It was getting played consecutively. Why is your first number one song a diss song to somebody else? Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
And Kendrick, I love him as an artist, but he has the same formula. Every couple of years, he might put out a diss talking about some people, drop an album, and just go MIA. And I'm like, if you really talking that stuff, you can't just keep doing that cycle. Like you just need to be a consistent artist. You know what I'm saying? People actually want you to put out music, and I feel like a lot of these artists' downfall. Like we could use Playboi Carti for example. They act too mysterious for no reason. definitely.
But I mean,
No, that-
artists
hold on.
are afforded that luxury. Like
Yeah,
a Kendrick,
absolutely, yeah, for sure.
a
Money talks.
Cole, a Beyonce, they can have that luxury of
Yeah,
the
definitely.
serious things. Some of these other artists who are not there, who are only pushing barely 100K first week in sales, like no, go do an interview. Go be
Yeah, definitely.
that stream. You
Go
can't do
talk
this
to
series.
people.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
talk.
Go touch some grass. Go
Yeah,
touch
yeah. I
some
was gonna
grass.
say good. Yeah,
I feel like every popular artist, they all have their own like formula that they do. Like, you know, Beyonce, she might put out like a documentary or something. Now she doesn't really do any interviews for a documentary or something, or like you just know when an album is dropping. Like Kendrick has the same formula. You know, Drake is pretty consistent with, you know, being in social media and stuff as well. So you're always gonna know when he has something else dropping. So everybody has their own formula.
Right. Yeah. When you said he gave him like his first number one, that made me go back to push-ups. Your first number one, I had to put it in your hand. If it wasn't for this whole beef, Kendrick wouldn't have the number one he has right now.
Y'all are making
I
MC so mad.
hold on, but
if you
hold
want
on,
to be
listen.
light skinned, just go over there. Just go.
So
Listen.
I'm brown skin. All right, buddy.
Listen.
Brown skin.
Honestly, look, I just can't represent for Drake right now because I'm kind of part of the light skin community. I'm really sitting right there.
Like,
However,
he's the ambassador right
listen.
now.
If I feel like Drake was better off just not responding. Like that is not a battle that you can win. You are fighting an uphill battle. Is no reason you should have even responded. You should just did what everybody else did and just be like, okay, cool. You know what I mean? And then just move on. So
yeah, hindsight is a great thing.
Hindsight
You know,
is
but
2020.
either way, Drake low key won because.
All right. See,
Drake won career wise, but not that beef. Like that was on the level of like Nas and Jay-Z when Nas put out Ether. Honestly, like
yeah, yeah.
Icy girl, please, please.
Okay, I have two questions. First, I'm from New York, so and I love Jay-Z, so I want to know what your favorite Jay-Z album is. To start. Like,
I definitely like Hard Not Life. Hard Not Life.
That's a good choice. So. That's a classic. That's a good choice. And then my second question is, what's something that like most people wouldn't know about DJs and what it takes to be a successful DJ?
I feel like the time and preparation it takes to prepare for these gigs, like, you know, weekly downloading music. Because, you know, every Friday there's like a plethora of new music that drops. So you need to download, you know, all like the hot records that are going to be played. And just it's really just like the preparation and, you know, how much time you just put into the craft. So I feel like a lot of people don't see like the preparation, you know. It's always funny, you know, like when you're DJing an event, people will come up to you with a song request, you know, but it's like if you're supposed to be DJing like a prime time set, you can't just like exit off the DJ program, go over there and download because that's going to take away off of your mindset to you know, to finish doing your job for the party. And people just think, oh, it's a 1, 2, 3 step where you can play it off of, you know, Apple Music. It's really just not that simple
At all. Yeah. I was listening to you and I heard you say I lost my train of thought. Basically, dang, what was I about to say? MC Go. I gotta remember that.
that boy losing it. Now I was going to ask you. So, okay, you say it takes you have the time to prepare to download all your music. Are there times where you're downloading music and you personally are like, dog, I really don't like this song and don't want to hear it, but I know I gotta play it when I go outside tonight. How do you balance
Absolutely. So, you know, I feel like some DJs might make the mistake of playing for yourself, right? You have to play for everybody else. Like you have to play for, you know, like a certain spot. Let's say if you're in a club like Rose Bar, you have to play like, you know, what Rose Bar wants to hear, or like, you know, like the top of the line club song. You have to do that. So if I don't like a song, it really doesn't matter about me. I have to show up and perform, you know, for what people want to hear. I might be able to throw my razzle dazzle in there, of course, but I can't just be playing, you know, what I want off my iPhone the whole night.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember what I was about to say now.
Okay, man, let's go.
When your little razzle dazzle from time to time. I know that like every song is not cool. I'm not a fan of every song that I have to play. If it was up to me, I would never play any Lil Uzi. I really try not to. I get mad when I have to wait just when I rock. I hate it. But if it's like a little song like you know, you like that you're saying like, you know, I think this song is hard. And I think if it comes on in a party, it would go crazy. Where do you try to like put it in? Like pause. Where do you try to like section the song so
Pride month.
that you know.
I don't want to say no Diddy, but you know.
No, we can't even.
Man. But how do you try to put in a song that you like? You know, how do you try to like section it in to like a certain set that you're going on?
I'll make like a little crate. I make like a little creative songs, you know, just songs I just want to try and throw in and just, you know, see crowd reaction. But I can definitely give, you know, a perfect example. So New York and DMV are two different places. So sometimes New York will get hip to an artist a lot faster than the DMV would. So a lot of people are playing like Cash Cobain and Charlie now. And I remember I tried to play that at a Head Start event 2 years ago. People looking at me like, yo, what am I playing? But now 2 years later, you know, I already know about the artist and I'm hearing all these songs. And, you know, yeah. So.
Almost from Cash, not from YouTube. So
right. Period.
It's slightly unrelated, but only because the song is like the sound of Cash Cobain. It's a song called Kalani. Boy, I've been playing it for, I think I found about Friday. Song. But I wanted to ask you, so what was the night where you was like, dog, I'm really that guy? Like, whether it was a prompt or whatever set that you had, it was an event, you were DJing, and you left that night feeling like, this is probably my best performance DJing. What was that night for you?
Probably the first time I really had one of those was in 2019, right before COVID happened, at a gym jam for VSU and VU, Virginia Union University. So, and then I definitely had like a good set. That was like the first time I, you know, really lost the shyness and started talking on the mic, you know, as an MC. So, you know, I was really able to just really, you know, just kind of flourish in that moment.
Now, as a DJ because not all DJs are more so the type to want to talk on the mic, right?
Right.
For you, once you started actually talking on the mic, did that make a difference in terms of like how much the crowd was vibing with you, the amount of times you were getting booked? Like, just being able to have the ability to talk and DJ at the same time, does that have that big of an effect for you?
Absolutely. So, I used to not talk at all. I used to not talk on the mic. I used to not talk on the mic at all when I was DJing. But, you know, after a while, I started being around certain DJs, and I just started just like pretty much standing behind their laptop, watching what they would do, and then, you know, start mimicking that. I would even, you know, go as far as going on the SoundCloud mixes. I would hear like a lot of like New York DJs, Jamaican DJs talking on the mic. So I'm like, okay, maybe if I just practice and say this, you know, at home in the mirror, then I can do it. And then I remember like when I first started talking on the mic, my voice used to be like very like crackly, you know, my voice used to be dropping a little bit, cracking. And then after a while, you know, I just fully grew into like a DJ Infinity personality, you could
say. That's hard. You mentioned how, of course, coming up at Virginia State, how much impact and influence has Virginia State had on just you now, you as a DJ and what you do? Like, how much does that impact still resonate with you today?
A lot. Honestly, a lot. Still 100% to this day. So both of my parents went to VSU. My mom was an AKA. I'm an Alpha, cross at the Beta Gamma chapter VSU. Shout out to my brothers out there.
Shout out VG.
Yeah, right. So
shout out New South.
VSU, you know, and just going to HBCU in general, when you start something, you know, and if you start off decent, people are just going to show you a lot of love. And they're kind of like growing with you. Like, you know, I started DJing my freshman year. So it's like the love just kept growing. Everybody just kept pushing me to get better. You know, I went from like, you know, little small house parties events, you know, DJing like big school events to the point where they still bring me back to this day. So, you know, VSU definitely has had like a big mark on me still to this day.
That's hard. It's good. What would you say is any advice that you want to offer to DJs who are having a tough time staying motivated, or just DJs who are just trying to get into the craft as a whole? What's some advice that you would give them?
For DJs staying motivated, I use this example. Like me, you know, maybe I might have like a bad gig or something where I'm like, I had a feeling, you know, come on, maybe you could have did this better, or, you know, your transitions could have get better. But, you know, one thing I noticed is that an event from 2 weeks ago, you're not going to remember every single song that the DJ played, or they're probably going to even forget that you DJed that party. And really, people just don't care. Now, what you can do is just look forward to the next event and then not just dwell on the past so much. Like, you know, I'm pretty sure there's a house party or something that I DJed 4 years ago that I was some trash at, but nobody remembers it. Nobody's going to hit me up and say, hey, you know, I still remember you did XYZ on this day. All you have to do is just keep moving forward. And if you, you know, want motivation, you know, just like look towards, you know, other DJs who you feel like you want to be like or you closely align with, you know, just really team up with them, you know, maybe go under their wing, maybe, you know, find a mentor. Like me, I still have some mentors who are old heads, so I still take advice from to this day. And I've never, you know, like let my head get big enough to the point where I don't want to take advice from nobody or, you know, I'm clowning anybody. And I always just want to, you know, take the most advice I can. And to anybody looking to get started to DJ, like just take the first step and simply download a DJ program onto your computer and then, you know, spending like maybe like 200, 250 for like, you know, an entry level DJ controller.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then pretty much, you know, once you do that, just, you know, go on YouTube, look up stuff, get around different DJs, you know, just keep practicing.
Now, what's something that like you struggle with now as you're DJing? Because like, you know, you nice now, but like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it still be times where, you know, it's like you're trying to learn new things and like, you know what I'm saying, you're trying to like expand your palette and stuff like that. Like what's something that like you just kind of like, you know, like, okay, this is something that I need to get better with at this point while I'm on my DJ journey?
I'll say more so now. I'll probably have to think about it now, but I will say 2 years ago, because I didn't really start off DJing out in the DMV too much. It was mainly like Petersburg and Richmond, Virginia areas. So the music that we played was different. And being in a college environment, we have a lot of like people from up north in New York. So it's like I'm kind of DJing as like an up north DJ, you know, playing songs at a little bit more of a faster pace and whatnot, you know. But when you come down to the DMV, I noticed that things are kind of like slowed down. Like, you know, you might not go as deep into, you know, a dance hall or Caribbean crate. You might have to go, you know, more Afro beats, you know, a little bit like, you know, more trap just to, you know, maintain like, you know, pretty much like a regular cool vibe. Right. So every place is different. So I feel like the hardest thing for me was like coming out here and realizing, okay, you know, I need to just kind of, you know, evolve, you know, just switch up the way I DJ to see, you know, fit this community out here as well. I'm still able to maintain my own identity though, for sure, as a DJ. So.
Before we close out, anything else that y'all want to throw at Infinity? All hearts and minds clear.
Ooh, what are like your top songs right now that you know are gonna like get the crowd when you play it? Like a certified banger, if you will.
What is the song of the summer? What do you think it is?
Song of the summer is very hard for me. People ask me this question a lot. It's very hard. You know, we live in an age now where we have like TikTok and a lot more access to music. So something that comes out today is not going to be relevant in a couple months.
Facts.
You know, from now. So, let me see. Song of the summer right now for me is probably like probably Fisher, definitely. And then as far as like other genres, I'm still like waiting on, you know, that one song just to see. But I know last year the song of the summer was City Boys by Burna Boy last summer. But I think Cash Cobain got it right now.
You don't think $1 Million Baby's gonna take it on, gonna take over?
Absolutely.
You know, I feel like that song, you know, no disrespect to the artist, because that song is definitely a good song, but I feel like that song is like a quick song you just play in a club and then just go right next to it. It's something you might even play like early or even like later in your set with everybody. You know, it really just depends on what you want to do.
I feel like, and because it blew up off of TikTok, because sometimes it does work, right? Where a song blows on TikTok and like when it comes on at the function, it really does do what it has to do. But that one just kind of felt like, even just the sound of it, it doesn't sound like something that's supposed to like.
I thought the song was a joke at first when I first
I mean, it sounds like a TikTok song, but see, that's the thing. Like, you know, a lot of these songs that comes out is very like very easily pleasing to the ears. Like, you know, it's not too much double entendres or anything you have to think about. That's a lot of the music today is just easily digestible.
Yeah.
Who are some fellow like HBCU DJs that you hear, or just DJs in general that you just hear? You got like when you hear them, or like you know that they have an event, you like, all right, like salute. Like I know like they gonna have the party like lit.
Probably like for DJs in the DMV that I heard, Well, like shout out to KK too. You know what I'm saying? I definitely do work with him a lot. So he's definitely doing his thing in DMV. I can't lie.
Of course.
There's also another DJ who's off. His name is DJ Campbell. You know, I hear him in the club a lot sometimes. He's definitely a solid DJ. And you know, it's a lot more people that I'm meeting, you know, all the time. I could definitely say like those two, you know, I kind of like the top of my list. But you know, but either way, shout out to every single DJ that, you know, I have worked with as well and I'm still working with, you know, too, for sure.
Nice.
I'll give you a scenario. It's a Friday night. It's summertime. You are DJing in the DC area. It's a 21 plus crowd and you have the closing set. Mm-hmm. What would you say, just off the top, are the last 4 songs of your set to really close it out?
That I'm gonna play to end the night?
Yeah.
If I were to get everybody out of there, 4 songs, I'm probably gonna play Ain't No Way by Chris Brown. Ain't No Way by Chris Brown. Maybe Beat It by Sean Kingston too. What else?
That's such an underrated song.
It is, but like you can either play it at the beginning or the end. But if I want to get people out of there, I can play that. Let's see what else. Maybe I'm trying to think what else. I know the very last song. If I just want to get people out of there, I would just, you know, probably cut the music because, you know, I'd have to blend it. I would just play like "Roll Out" by Ludacris, so everybody just knows it's time to go. And I'll play like "Let It Go" by Keisha Cole and Missy Elliott. That's my third one. Yeah.
That boy got taste. That boy got taste.
Yeah,
go back
like early 2000s always, you know, sets people in the vibe. Hey, you know, it's time to go home. You know, just time to chill and relax. You know, just let's go.
I have another one. What's the underrated like era of music that you feel like doesn't get like played enough? Like, because like, I feel like that era where like Chris Brown was like doing like the poppy type of like EDM kind of music. I feel like that was like a really underrated moment in music where like we don't appreciate that enough. What's the era of music that you like that you play and you like, I feel like this is where people need to appreciate this more?
I feel like anything that's going back to starting from the year 2000, I feel like everybody kind of appreciates, you know. I feel like the era of music that doesn't really get appreciated as much because the quality just kind of dropped is like that 2017 year going into 2018 year. You had like, you know, a whole bunch of different artists. Like, you know, you had like the Uzis, like the Lil Pumps, people's name was like Smoke Perp, like Cardi's. You know, you had that whole type of wave of artists. So I feel like some of it is good, but it definitely is underappreciated though.
10,000. Okay.
Yeah.
What would you say? And now I'm just freestyling. What would you say is your favorite kind of party to DJ? Like, I know you heard like your decades party, your 90s, your White Lies t-shirt. Like, what kind of party where you've seen like, yo, this one is probably whenever I get this kind of party DJ, I'm probably gonna have a good time regardless.
Anything for me that's like, you know, definitely hip hop centered and probably like Caribbean centered as well. Like, you know, I love those parties where I can just, you know, really play everything on my laptop, you know, because I have a lot of music for pretty much every and anything, you know, just what I've collected over the years. So, but those are like my favorite 2 genres to dip and dabble in.
Nice.
I'm also starting to like a lot more house music as well. It's opening me up to like, you know, being able to DJ a lot more events.
That, because from a business standpoint, I understand. I don't know. I just can never really get into house like that. Because was it honestly never mind considered house?
Yeah. Great album. Great
album.
I hated that album from Drake.
Oh,
bro. I hated when he did it. I hated when Beyonce did it with a bigger budget. I hated both.
I didn't.
But it's just hang up on you. Not in the mood.
It's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah. Like Drake said, honestly, never mind to MC's opinion. Like, bro,
Let's get that out here.
It doesn't even matter, bro. Like, honestly, because I remember when Honestly Nevermind first came out. I was in the crib. I was actually chilling with the bros, and I seen like a whole bunch of people like on Twitter just talking about, yo, this album trash, this joint suck, and I'm like, bro,
it's just not.
Like,
are we listening to the same album? Like,
trash? So I finally like get a chance to listen to it. It's probably like 1:30 in the morning. I put it on the speakers. I had my speakers downstairs. I put on the speakers. I'm like, this is what y'all calling trash? Like I heard what's the first song? Falling Back. Falling Back is like probably at this point one of my favorite Drake songs at this point. Cause like I ain't gonna lie, that album is just fire, bro. Like,
sorry, I can't. I can't. I tried giving it more than one listen, but I won't say it's trash. I just concluded that it's not for me. You know, and got to be objective. Like, okay, this music ain't for me, but I understand why. Especially it's the international sound. It's much more popular now than it was last year, the year before, and the music is starting to transition to more the international, like across globally. So I respect it. I get it. Me personally, you just will never see. I like Beyonce's country album more than I liked her house music album.
Her country album, I wasn't really feeling that like too much, you know. But
I wasn't as much either. But I liked it more than what was it, Renaissance? That was the
Renaissance and Cowboy Carter. Those
are
Renaissance was good to me, but that was like, you know, more like open format DJ songs I can play. Maybe if I was like DJing at Macy's or something like that, you know, people walking in, you know, you just need like a, you know, cool vibe.
I laugh for Cowboy Carter. I just waited till everybody told me like what the big songs were off of it, I didn't even bother to listen to it. I was like, country Beyonce, not for me.
Don't sleep on country Beyonce. That's a southern.
Infinity. Before we close out this behind the booth portion, last thing I want to ask you is: it's currently middle of the year, 2024. Where do you see yourself within the next 2-3 years? I would say, when it comes to being a DJ.
Within the next 2-3 years, I definitely see myself DJing a lot more consistently and bigger stage events as well. I will say right now I'm kind of consistently booked every weekend, but you know, eventually I want to get to the point where I might be able to drop my 9 to 5, and, you know, just really go into it, you know, full 100% of the time. So, you know, definitely see myself, you know, DJing a lot more corporate events, you know, utilizing that area and space as well, because, you know, hip hop, you know, clubs, events, pool parties is, you know, one thing, but that corporate bag as a DJ is like a whole nother lane that you can, you know, go into. So.
Facts. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only DJ Infinity, man.
Appreciate y'all.
We appreciate y'all joining us for Behind the Booth. Don't go nowhere. We got TMC Regular Pod coming up in just a bit. All right. So Billboard had a interesting list come out. See if I can pull it up. I'm going through the chat right now. But Billboard pretty much published their hottest 10 female rappers. And I'm going to read the rundown of what they posted.
Top 10 hottest female rappers, and criteria for it too. I'm going to be ready for that.
Oh, yeah. Well, you got a criteria?
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
You got the criteria, T?
I do have the criteria up, but you can read the list first.
Okay. So, Billboard says 10 hottest female rappers right now. Number 1, Nicki Minaj.
Correct.
Number 2 is Sexy Red. Number 3 is Megan Thee Stallion. Number 4 is Doja Cat. Number 5 is Ice Spice. Number 6 is Glorilla. Number 7 is Cardi B. Number 8 is Lotto. Number 9 is JT. And number 10 is Flo Milli. Now, before we get to judging, because I definitely judged before I heard the criteria.
Oh, yeah, this almost caused an argument in the group chat.
Oh, it definitely did. Can you please give us what Billboard's criteria was for hottest?
So they only took the first 6 months of 2024. So that's from January till now. And the criteria is quality of records, chart success, buzz within the culture, notable business endeavors and partnerships, and touring success. So that's how they came up with this list.
Okay. That being said,
here we go.
Will start. Doja Cat did not sit at number 4. I don't care what you say.
Oh my God.
Doja Cat doesn't sit at number. Now, I understand Billboard, right? But when I'm thinking hottest, I'm thinking like who do we know that's really playing these people? Everyone on here is valid to me except Doja. I never hear Doja Cat being played.
But see, that's the thing. Like most of the artists on there are black. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's At least I'm not even sure what her race is, but she appears to like a whole she's mixed, but she appears to a whole nother demographic.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? She has like a whole nother lane of people that listen to her. So,
and that's why.
that just might be a lane that we don't see.
I was going to say, I think that she definitely gets played,
Fact,
but she's not hip hop. Is what I'm saying. She may rap from time to time. Juicy's hard.
She might agree with you on that. She might agree because she likes to say that she isn't an artist that you could really put in a box, and it's true because she's come out with like pop records, rap records, like a little bit of everything. So she might agree with you in that regard.
I'm glad she would agree because Now again, this list, and of course it's Billboard. Billboard has never necessarily, I would say, been of the culture. Like, yes, it's part of music, but it's not really part of hip hop culture. So I'd say they're looking at it more so from a commercial standpoint. And if that is the case, absolutely, Doja goes there. But in no place am I ever putting Doja over Glow, Cardi, Ice Spice. Like, these are records. Not. They got records that I know I hear when I'm out. I know Infinity and Mid are playing them. And Mid is never playing a Doja Cat record. I don't.
I may put Juicy in an early show mix from time to time.
Thank you. Because you were acting like you ain't never heard of a Doja Cat song, and that was about to piss me off. Don't do that.
The songs you said, I only heard Tia and Tamara. I've never heard
that. Is insane.
Bro, you've heard Juicy before, bro.
You've heard Juicy.
Play Juicy real quick, please.
I'm pulling up now.
The only song I might play that has Doja Cat in it, at least like for opening set, is probably like Best Friend. But that's the Weedy song. That's the Weedy song that she's featured on there. Yeah, we heard that.
Yeah. Come on, Brad.
You go ahead and stop it. You can go ahead and just
nah, you need to cut it out.
Here's the thing: it joint's not catchy, but I'll probably just play that at the beginning. At the beginning of the party when nobody's there.
Yeah, that's when you
being a hater.
You just testing the sound to see if everything is hooked up right.
Testing the sound.
Yeah, just test it.
Nah.
The rest of the list, are we fine with?
No.
I would change the order a little bit.
How would you change it?
Definitely
I would change the order.
Let me look at it again.
I think number 1 and 2 are solid.
Yeah, number 1 and 2. I would put Lotto.
Here.
I would put Lotto at 1 just because she's the baddest out of this whole list. But
so we just sexualizing rappers right now. We just
no.
I
just think Lotto's bad. That's it. That's it.
Bad as in like she's a bad rapper or like
no, as in she's a beautiful woman.
So she only gets number 1 because she's super light skinned and we just sexualizing women.
Oh wow, so I'm
Name 3 songs by Lotto right now.
Sunday Service.
Oh, here you go.
Put it on the floor.
Okay.
What's another one?
Name 5. Name 5.
Lotto can rap. Give me one more.
I think in terms of like
B-word from the South.
Okay, all right.
Being able to rap, Lotto can definitely I think is up high on this list. But if we're talking about everything else, I'm not mad at Lotto right there. Maybe even a little bit further up, but yeah.
I would have put her lower on the list. Not lower, but like higher, I guess you would say. Let me look at everybody else that was on there real quick so I can. Nicki's
I don't
cool.
like Cardi at number 7. I think she should be lower.
I think she should be 10.
For 2024, yeah.
Yeah, like right. That's what I'm saying. Like 2024 first 6 months, all of the songs that she's dropped, and I'm just talking about her as an individual. Like they were supposed to do good, and they didn't really do good. And
but you gotta count features too. Are
y'all playing a Wannabe remix?
No.
I don't play Wannabe at all.
Not currently.
Okay, so you're proving my point right now. Like
I think she
has like little spurts. Like you'll have, oh my God, Cardi B, and then it's back to what we're normally listening to, which is like the Sexy Reds, the Glorillaz, and the JTs of the world. Which is why I actually think JT deserves that number 7 spot and not Cardi B. 100%.
What else was Cardi B?
I honestly think that Cardi B should low key. Like I guess because of her star power. Because like she is
what it is,
like,
star power.
Yeah. I think that's why she can be at number 7 because of although she has the features that she does, she's also just Cardi B. My grandmother knows who Cardi B is. My grandmother's 87 years old,
and her other songs are still banging when they come on in 2020. Yeah. Like Bodak Yellow. What's another Cardi record? I can't even name Cardi.
That's a problem. That's the
But I'm not a big fan of Cardi. Like I don't.
Yeah,
that's a
I don't play
problem.
Cardi.
I feel like if Cardi B wasn't who Cardi B was, she would be number 10.
Yeah.
I honestly think that Flo Milli should be number 7, honestly, because
Flo is
the
doing great.
Yeah.
the way that Never Lose Me like has really like went
Fact.
out of this world. Like I ain't gonna lie,
Mm.
like it when it come on, it come on. You know what I'm
Do
saying?
y'all
Yeah.
consider that song like an R&B song really, or is it like a mix of like R&B and hip hop to y'all?
I think
I
it's
mean,
a R&B song with
Yeah, a little melodic rap.
yeah, because that song is hers or SZA's?
No, it's hers.
No,
SZA's
hers.
on the remix.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I'd
SZA's
say it's
on
a
the
lot.
remix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Let me see if it's anybody else that I would wanna...
Is number 3 fine for Megan Thee Stallion?
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
I feel like she kind of. I'm just saying because I was awake when his came out, and I was awake when
I
Cobra came
forgot about
out,
his. Yeah,
and how
nah.
the internet was like, "Oh,
But
Yeah.
it had its moment, and then
Yeah.
it did." But she has a really good tour going on right now. Shout out to her for the tour.
okay,
She also, she has a really good tour going on right now. I mean, the remix with the original wannabe that has Megan Thee Stallion, she has the best verse on it. Like everyone knows
Yeah.
Megan's part, and
she
then
does have that song out. Fair.
yeah. So I feel like she's been doing good, and she's promoting her album right now. We're gonna see if because Billboard did say that they will revise the list at the end of the year to come up with the final order. So we'll see if she keeps the number 3 spot by the end of the year. But so far, I think she deserves number 3. I think that Sexy Red has way more like I don't know. It's something about her music that just
Sexy Red is doing deals with WWE. Sexy,
yeah, like she's doing something real special right now. She's a little bit over Megan.
Can I ask a
I don't
question?
remember the last time a female artist had a deal with like WWE. I've never even seen that before.
I don't see either.
Only female celebrity I really remember being on WWE is Raven Simone. She was on WrestleMania when That's So Raven came out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was.
I've never seen.
But dang, I just lost my train of thought. Oh,
You had a
that's
question.
what it was. I remember. So we were saying that Doja Cat shouldn't be on here. Who would be on here instead of Doja Cat? Because I say Doja shouldn't be on here, but like, who am I gonna put on here? Doechii?
That's a really good question.
No.
No.
I'm not in the mood.
Let me go to Rap Caviar and see who they got.
I really don't know who else I would put on here besides Doja. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, maybe Doja Cat should be on here because she still is technically rap, but like maybe she's like a Drake where like some people consider him like a rapper, some people consider him a singer. You know what I'm saying? But like at the same time,
I can see that.
I got it. Iggy Azalea.
Get the
Iggy Azalea.
Oh,
guys, it's been a great episode. I just think
he's trying to play in our face.
Yeah, like
I can't name anyone else who should be up there actually.
Yeah,
I'm not sure who should replace that spot in 2024 though.
In 24?
Yeah, nah.
This was last year, maybe Saweetie. Maybe.
Carisha. You know what I'm saying? I want to put a little Young Miami on there.
No.
Maybe.
If we can include groups, then it'd be City Girls up here.
Yeah, groups.
Yeah.
Carisha, no. I don't know a Carisha record at all.
They try to distance themselves from each other too, so they start their own solo careers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just thinking about that. Congrats to Doja Cat for being number 4 on this list. I guess that's what we're saying.
Yeah.
But who would y'all replace to be number 4 here? Who would you replace? Like amongst this list, you had to rearrange.
You had to rearrange it?
If you had to rearrange, who gets the number 4 spot up here?
I say put Ice Spice at number 4. Glow at number 6. Glow at number 5. Lotto at number 6.
Nah, he meant 1. That boy meant
he
1.
meant that. He said it twice.
I ain't gonna lie. I would say put Doja at number 10, honestly. Because her album was cool. From what I heard, I didn't listen to it. Probably never will. But I just don't look at her as a rapper. So I can't really put her on here on this list for real. But if I had to, I would put her at 10.
I
Sour
think she's
Patch.
a true like student of Nicki Minaj. I mean, all of these are low key students of Nicki Minaj, but like in the essence that Nicki did pop. She like kind of had pop songs, and I feel like Doja saw that aspect of her career and was like, "Oh, I don't have to be in a box as a female rapper. Like I can rap, but I can rap on a pop song." So in that regard, I can see why Doja Cat is at number 4. It makes sense because her Coachella performance. I think her Coachella performance and the way she had the internet on lock when that album first came out is why she's at number 4 because that performance was insane. That was an insane performance.
Missed it.
I must have missed when the internet was on lock.
No, they were talking about that. It had a lot of controversy behind it. Let me be clear. Like a lot of people were like, because she was doing a lot. She changed like all her album covers to red to promote the album.
Is that like
going on behind it?
Thing? She was that's
why she was doing a lot. Like she had
I'm a child of Christ.
The God I serve.
I didn't even touch the album. Why would I?
I didn't listen to it. Hey, I didn't listen to the album, but I did see the Coachella.
I feel like some of the representations and like symbolism in hip hop is definitely like a little iffy, and it's like I don't even feel comfortable. Listening to this stuff. So
that's a lot of reason why I don't listen to Uzi. I try to like stay away from Cardi. It's just like because when
sometimes Travis
right. Sometimes Travis be on it. I be having to be like move away from it because I can't say you're not talented, but like I can put my my like artist preferences to the side when it comes to God. I'm sorry. I won't be over here bumping Cardi saying he feel like Lucy's son.
I can't do it. Like Jesus son. I don't like a child of God.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to Bible study right now. I can't listen to that.
T, I think so. What you're saying about you feel like Doja might have looked at Nicki's career and took kind of like the pop aspect. Only difference to me, Nicki's came up in I guess the more urban hip hop culture and then dabbled into the pop. Where I feel like Doja hasn't really made her dent in this part of the culture, and it's like she's kind of do it reverse. Like she has the
she's
pop
always
stuff.
been a little mix of it, so it's never been like I feel like Nicki was super urban from like she has mixtapes of her freestyling and doing like all that stuff. Right. Doja has always her first song was Moo, and that was definitely like poppy.
I feel like nowadays in order to stay relevant as an artist, like you kind of have to dip and dabble into everything. Like Drake has been relevant since like damn near like 2007, 8. So he's kind of dipped and dabbled in all forms of music really.
Yeah.
Can we name it? We probably won't do this part. Maybe next part. Top 10 female singers. I don't even know if I can think of 10.
Yeah, I was gonna say
hottest female singers.
Oh, I can do that.
I'm probably gonna have
but I'm just a girl, so I can do that easily.
Okay. Well, you do it right now, and then we're gonna get our list together.
You go. Since you got
we're gonna throw you in the fire. Say all your tags, like all your Instagram information before you do it, so people can like go into your comments and get mad.
You're trying to play in my face. You're trying to play in my face, and I'm not gonna let you do that. We'll do it next pod. I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing with you.
My fault.
I think next pod we might can try hottest female singers and then 10 hottest male rappers.
Okay.
Might try that.
I have something that's not really hip hop, but it's happening right now. It's on my TV.
Go ahead.
Kai Cenat is about to have his little sleepover live stream with Drewski and Kevin Hart, and
Kai Cenat doing his thing, bro.
That's gotta be fun.
Like I ain't gonna lie, he's really like breaking barriers in the whole like streaming game, and like just like all of social media in general. Because like it's always been like a certain lane. Like nobody has ever had a A-list, celebrity like Kevin Hart on their stream at all. At least from what I've seen. So I just wanted to.
He's had him on there twice within like 2 months. So.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, within like
8 months, I think.
3 weeks.
Oh
yeah.
You
know what I'm saying? So like I just want to see like how y'all think this is, how this is shaping the future of like streaming and just like social media and things like that?
I think that it definitely is a win-win for all parties, right? If you're Kevin was somebody that we all grew up with, right? So
Yeah.
for him, this is now, it's kind of, in a sense, the Drake method. I think just a lot cleaner with no other things attached to it. Where it's like you find yourself in spaces to still stay relevant with the younger crowd, and try to do it in a way where it doesn't look like that or feel like it's forced in a sense. Because a lot of times you might have folks who, as they age within the artistry, whether it's comedian, music, or whatever, they find themselves trying to do things to still stay relevant, but sometimes it might clown them for it or it might look corny.
Right.
Yeah.
It's doing something like this. It's just three funny people getting together. I don't see this
Having a good time.
Yeah, I just see them all having a good time, and to whatever is happening next, say Kevin has a movie coming or whatever, it brings nothing but more eyes tapping into a different audience. Be like, hey, look what such and such is doing. He's still the cool uncle, whatever the case may be. Look at nephew doing whatever the case may be. Yada yada yada. And then even Kai bringing in Drewski. I mean, you got the streamer and then the social media comedian. Yeah, I feel like this is a really great meeting of three different worlds. I'm gonna definitely watch it later on for sure. But
no,
yeah,
it's on my TV now. Kevin and Juice game pull up yet, but I think like this is like a really good thing for Kevin right now, because I feel like as Kevin has gone on his like comedic journey and like he's like blown up, he really makes his content off of like his lifestyle, like whatever's going on in his life. And I feel like as he's gotten bigger and like his lifestyle has changed, his comedy has changed, and a lot of people are like,
facts.
"Oh, he's not as funny as he once was when he did Seriously Funny or I'm a Grown Little Man," or like things like that. So I feel like this is definitely like a moment for him to show people like, "Yo, I can still be funny. I can still like get down and like have this fun." And oh snap, is he walking in now? Oh no,
I think the difference though amongst that is this isn't a stand-up, right? I think for Kevin
this is just a natural interaction.
Yeah, and like we've seen him on social media or maybe in a movie or something, and he's funny there. I think the knock has just been more so his stand-up specials haven't been the same kind of funny, which I would wholeheartedly agree, because I grew up on Kevin was my favorite comedian growing up. To see like
funny thing, I never really found Kevin Hart funny at first, because I forgot. I actually forgot what joke it was. No, it was the my mama told me to tell you joke, but that everybody was saying it around me so much, and by the time I got to see it, myself, I'm like, man, this joint ain't that funny.
Okay, that makes sense. The joke was overexposed.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't. If I would have discovered it on my own, then maybe I would have looked at it differently. But I didn't really find it that funny.
Oh no, that was hilarious to me.
Watching I'm a Grown Little Man, watching Seriously Funny. I think Seriously Funny at that time was probably my favorite one.
Yeah,
and
when we talking about Shaq, freaking
when he falls down, and then I think Laughing My Pain, when he had to like
Laughing My Pain. Yeah, that was my
like those three.
Yeah, I thought that one was funny though.
Those three back to back. Untouchable. And then I think afterwards was the
Let me explain
is when it started to feel like okay.
Yeah, that was like all right, you're funny, but like you've reached the level of lifestyle that I can no longer relate to. And it's like not the same. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, when he was doing Seriously Funny, I'm a Grown Little Man, it was like, bro, not to say like I'm a nigga, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like I could relate.
Yeah, it felt more relatable.
Yeah, it was like, yo, you just a black dude, you from Philly. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we're living the same life a little bit. But then when you start making millions of dollars and you're doing a whole bunch of things that I can't relate to, it's just like it ain't even.
I don't even think I'll necessarily say that, because somebody like a Dave Chappelle, right? Usually to me, I still find him funny. But what I would say with Kevin, I started to notice that like it almost felt like he kind of became a caricature of himself in a sense, with like the same. It's kind of like a DaBaby in a sense, where like you kept doing the same thing and it just started to feel repetitive in a sense. I think like the last two specials for Kevin, it just started to feel like that for me, and I was like, I'm cool. But I could never knock what he's done as a comedian, like the barriers he's broken, the success.
Trying to get into like acting too, really. So
Yeah.
Just more so tapping into like that Tyler Perry standpoint when it comes to being in Hollywood, like something like that. I can never knock. He is,
and he's trying to become like a real actor now. Like, he's not just trying to even do just comedy movies no more. Like he's trying to do serious roles and like getting these.
Yeah, he got his own.
The last serious role that he had on Netflix. So it's like okay. I was trying to take it seriously, but I'm like, okay, like that's Kevin Hart trying to act somebody.
Yeah.
Else, you know?
Is that when like somebody died in like the very first episode or something like that? It was
So okay, so that one.
Yeah, I seen Tiana. I seen that.
I'm talking about it was like an action movie where they were like trying to like rob some people, like do a heist. You know, I forgot the name of it. It's on Netflix.
It was like Taraji P. Henson was in it.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. Okay.
True Story was good though. He had me on.
True Story was definitely good. That one was probably the best. Yeah.
I watched that when I first was like when I first got off, like when I was fresh, had a fresh baldy watching that movie.
Where'd you cross?
East State, Bowie State.
No, I'm saying when, like what year?
Oh, fall 21.
Okay.
Yeah, so I watched that probably like around Christmas time, but I couldn't get into it because I'm also somebody that like really like appreciates comedy because like I really only watch comedic shows and stuff like that. So it was like I love Kevin Hart, so like, I was like, let me try to watch it, but I was just like, bro, I only see you as a comedian, so like it's kind of a struggle.
Hard,
I agree.
Yeah, and like what you said, MC, like with like Dave Chappelle. I feel like Dave Chappelle, his comedy is different because like it's not like it's kind of based off his life, but like I feel like he's more of a storyteller.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
and that's why he has that advantage to be able to continue that style, and it still works. Where Kevin, his is more so like the funny antics and stuff like that, but to a point,
you know.
Yeah, after a while, it got like okay, like the shop isn't really there anymore. But shout out all of them, man. Drewski, Kevin, Kai. I'm definitely gonna check out the stream. I got to.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a good one. I feel it.
Kai's friends just came in, so they're doing their little New York thing.
What does that even mean?
New York thing.
I mean. You know they getting sturdy on the joint.
Oh, okay.
Not too much.
Speaking of his friends, we might as well go into the power thing.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Let me pull up exactly what it is. So speaking of streams, there was I don't remember the streamer's name. I think it's Ty.
His name is like Ty Lil. Yeah.
Ty Lil.
Friends. So
he had a stream with his family on it, and Michael Rainey Jr., who plays Tariq in Power, and Ty Lil's little sister, out of nowhere, comes up on Michael Rainey Jr. and grabs his manhood and sexually assaults him. And so the conversation now is one, why is this not being talked about as much in the media? And I think that's more so really just a conversation. Why is it not being talked about as much? Let me see if I can pull up I don't want to pull up a video of it. Actually, never mind. I don't. If you want to see the video, you can go and do your due diligence. I don't want to pull it up.
It's kind of nasty, bro, because it was just like it was also kids in the room too.
Yeah, there were children in the room.
Literally right in front of her when she did.
But we also have to say if the roles were reversed and that was him doing that, he would have been like gone right now from everything.
There's no more power.
Yeah, there is no more power. There's no more nothing. So it canceled.
Like it was just it was really like nasty to me because it was like we said, it was children, man, and like the only reason why you couldn't actually see her touching his
because children were sentencing right there.
The little girl was right there.
Yeah,
and I was just like, it just really threw me off. I was like, no way, like you thought you could just like do that and feel comfortable with doing it, let alone on camera, let alone
on a stream with like thousands of people.
Like we got you in 4K. Like
yeah,
I think one of the conversations that has been brought about, but one, Tylil, he then came and he issued an apology on her behalf, saying it was disgusting. I want to say when I first heard it, it felt like he was trying to cop for her in a sense, saying how like first time being around these kind of celebrities. But after watching the rest of what he was saying, I don't get that feel. I think he was just explaining like probably what's going through her head as like what she's thinking more so than like an excuse for it. But I think the conversation that brings about is because if you've seen his reaction, most men, actually, I won't say most, but a lot of men probably wouldn't even look at that as sexual assault.
Yeah.
A lot of men will probably look at that like,
or not even look at it. They
you
would
might just brush it off and then
you probably wouldn't even, or even if you feel uncomfortable, like your homies would, or at least a lot of people's like friends would be like, bro, you feel uncomfortable for that? Bro, she's telling you shit, like she want, like, you know what I'm saying, she want a hump, and you know what I'm saying, you're supposed to feel good about that. When in reality, you know what I'm saying, I'm not even here.
Sometimes you might feel uncomfortable, you know?
Yeah. So
with him, like he knew he was on the string, so he didn't want to, I guess,
make a
OD
scene.
react to it, because you just see him like he was just smiling, like it was kind of like shock, like shawty is really like on camera with it, and I don't know, it looked like she was whispering something to him in his ear, which was basically even like worse, because I can only imagine what she was saying when she was doing it. But yeah, I feel like a lot of men, if that happens to them, they're probably not going to be the type to want to press charges or do anything about it. They kind of just look at it like a pride thing, like she was down for this, like she liked it. But yeah, what do y'all think happens from here with this? Do you think Michael Rainey Jr. would report it or press charges? Do you think this is something that goes swept under the rug and we brush past it in the media? Because I have not seen anyone else really report on it. Probably like one other page for real.
Yeah,
I've seen a couple pages report on it, but I feel like it's really up to him what he wants to do. He already put a statement out on it, you know, addressing how he felt or whatnot. So it's really up to him at his discretion if he wants to, you know, press charges or do anything or not. And that's totally, he would be in his right to do whatever he want to do.
I didn't see his.
What's it? Infinity, do you know what he said?
He posted it on.
I think it's on his Instagram story.
But he did say that he wasn't gonna take it lightly, because if the roles were reversed, like it would be taken seriously.
Oh yeah, he said exactly. He said, at this point, everyone has seen the video circulating online. I am still in shock and don't fully know how to process what happened last night. This is an unfortunate situation that I do not condone in any way. I can't take it lightly because I know I would be in serious trouble if the roles were reversed, which is true. He said, the fact is, sexual assault is never okay, regardless of gender or status. We're all human. We should respect each other. Most importantly, we should always respect ourselves.
Yeah, you read that way better than I would have.
I completely agree with everything he said in that.
10,000%.
I feel like as a girl, I definitely have to speak. And it's Men's Mental Health Month. If you guys know,
doing that during this month is crazier, bro.
Yeah, like crazy, it's Men's Mental Health Month, and there have been so many scenarios where like guys that were super close to me have like told me about like their experiences like with women, and I'm like, baby, you're a victim, and they're like, nah, like that was fine, and I'm like, no, like that wasn't okay. So I definitely feel like I have been seeing a lot of people talk about it, especially like it's been all on my For You page on TikTok, which actually made me happy that a lot of people were talking about it. A lot of women were talking about it, and there definitely needs to be more of a push and more of a conversation about how when men do predatory things, because at the end of the day, it's wrong no matter what. It gets a lot of attention, but when women do it, it's kind of just like brushed under the rug, because that's an issue. Like a predator is a predator. Like someone who's doing something wrong is wrong, and just because she's a girl and he's a guy, and you know that they could have a thing, it doesn't really matter. Like it's wrong. So I hope that I hope he's okay. Period. Because to have that happen in general, but then to have it happen where the rest of the world can see it and commentate and put their 2 cents into it, like I feel really, really bad. I hope he's okay. I hope whatever he chooses to do, like however he chooses to deal with this situation, like he has the support of his like friends and family, and he gets justice for himself, because that was crazy. And I hope she takes that as a lesson too, because I think she's in like her early 20s. She's old enough to know better, and she could be. she could be in a situation where she's around celebrities that she's never been around and, you know, feeling some type of way. But it doesn't matter if it's a person of super high status or some guy that you know
Yeah,
in your
you
neighborhood.
can't be doing stuff
You
like that.
should
doesn't matter.
never touch
You be
somebody
around
like
nobody else. Nobody.
you should never touch anybody like that. So I hope he's okay, and I hope that this situation like actually sparks a conversation that can be productive for like men moving forward. Like they can come out and talk about things that happen to them, and people can be respectful and understanding and see them as victims. Because at the end of the day, he's a victim. Like he got assaulted on camera.
I think that, and again, there's so many different crazy parts of this, but the fact that one, it was literally kids all around, and two, you're dead on camera, bro. Like I can see you, see me, see you as you do this.
Right.
You know what I mean? But listen, man, prayers to Michael Rainey Jr. Hope again, Men's Mental Health Month. Hope he's doing what he needs to feel better, to be well, and however he decides to carry it out, he has every right. Okay. On a slightly lighter note, kind of maybe depending upon where we go. We had a I put a question in the chat. Was there a video I put in the chat, or I just put the question in?
Yeah, it was a video. Do we want to talk about the video?
All right, let me look.
I gotta look and see what the video is real quick. I hope y'all don't be saying that be on the phone. Oh,
what was the video? Oh, okay, all right, cool. So there was a video. Actually, I'm gonna just play it out loud.
Someone that I was talking over the weekend, I told someone that I was talking to, but for only a week, so maybe that's where I went wrong. I don't know. That I was HIV positive. It's the first person that I've ever told that I'm actually talking to that, you know, saw something with. Basically, he blocked me. I'm like really down about it because it's like it's nothing that I did, and like he's just not like giving me a shot, and it kind of sucks because I've never been in this kind of position, you know.
We don't gotta get into him because she's going deeper into it, but yeah, basically she was talking to a guy. She does have HIV, and when dude found out about it, he blocked her, stopped talking to her. Cool. Well, not cool, but cool as in that's what happened. I don't necessarily want to talk about that part, right?
Yeah.
I hope she finds somebody for her. I hope they go off to be happy in their respective lives. I more so wanted to ask, what are some things that if you're talking to someone and you find out about them, whether it's part of their past, whether it's something they have done or that they have or they are into, some things where it's like, nah, maybe this ain't for me. And if you find out, how do you tell them this ain't for me?
I think one thing for me would probably be like criminal history or backgrounds. Like I don't want to date anybody who's a felon or could potentially do anything to me or cause harm to me. Number one, I guess your overall mental health and mental stability of how how well are you as a human on your day to day. Do you have anything going on that you want to address? Those are like the first two that come to mind. But even like going back to that video, I'm not even gonna talk about it too much, but the girl did say that's the first person that she's told. So at least she felt comfortable enough with the guy to let him know that. However, that's up to the guy to decide what he wants to do after that. But at least she was transparent and did her part.
Yeah, she that's the most important thing, that she was at least able to be transparent with him and let him know what the understanding was. You know what I'm saying? And if he wanted to, move forward with her or not. You know what I'm saying? Clearly he felt a different way. And that hurt her feelings. Which is, like it's sad. But, all she can really do is just wait until she
keep looking out there. It's a person out there for her.
Now, for me, I do want to say the any criminal history, yeah, I'm cool. Like
it's okay. What kind of criminal history?
Yeah, like what time?
If you've been to jail, I don't want to talk to you. I don't really care.
But does the reason matter why though? Say if it was self-defense, right?
Yeah.
Say if it was self-defense, or she had to defend.
Say like somebody else.
Like
somebody got like a DUI after come home from the event. Like a regular responsible person might have just got like a DUI. You know what I'm saying? That's not that really serious. It might show that they might be a little bit irresponsible in that specific case. But you know what I'm saying, if you're not, walking around, drunk or doing anything crazy on your day to day, then I honestly I would just sweep it under the rug and be like, hey, okay, you might have messed up. You know what I'm saying, it's cool, you're doing what you need to do, and then just move forward.
If I find out you went to jail for driving under the influence, I don't want to talk to you.
Okay, that's real.
That's
You
real.
know?
It's real. It's real.
Especially somebody sober like myself. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I'm not really a fan of that. So
I agree. I tried to. I definitely stay like a lot, more sober in my years. Even as a DJ, I don't like to really drink as much because I'm just around it all the time.
Yeah.
So I just kind of somebody might pass this, I'm be like, nah, I'm good. Like I honestly, even me myself, I don't do hookah. I don't do any of those vapes. I don't smoke weed. I don't do any of that. I barely even drink. So I just try to live and maintain a healthy lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
T, what's some things for you that's like you find out about this person, it's a no. You don't think you can potentially do it.
Abuse.
Oh yeah.
Well, yes. I'm talking about more so things that like. Okay,
MC, you'd be surprised. A lot of people be like really like putting stuff to the side and just be like,
yeah, like.
Yes, I'm talking more so things along the lines.
Okay, give us some categories, and I'll tell you if it's like.
Okay, maybe profession, right? So say this person's a stripper. You don't think that you can be with a stripper or a male stripper or
nah, I ain't gonna lie.
No stripper, no OnlyFans, no none of that. No.
Yeah, I'm talking about things like that.
First of all, any girl that has a boyfriend and like I'm like, oh, so what does your boyfriend do? Oh, he's a male stripper. Oh, I don't want to be friends with her.
You can't be friends with her?
No. What are you doing?
But why? That don't got nothing to do with her.
It does. It has everything.
I feel like if you're surrounding yourself with people, I wouldn't even surround myself. On a day-to-day basis, I don't even want to be around you.
I don't even want to DJ in the strip club because I feel like I'm low key I'm allowing the stripping to happen.
I've DJ'd in the strip club a couple times, but like even then, I'm just kind of just uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? It's like you just around like naked people like literally the whole entire night.
Yeah.
It's like
you feel overdressed.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Dang, I just want t-shirts too. Okay.
Shout out my brother, my best friend. He DJs in the strip club. So shout out DJ 06 Lou and Oasis.
Oh yeah, 06 Lou. Yeah, shout out 06 Lou.
Yeah, shout out my boy Lou.
Okay. I don't want to. I guess I got to be that person. Is there any disease where you find out this person has it, you don't think you can do it?
Any of them?
I will say like one thing.
I got one.
I feel like
out there. I just don't want to be that guy, but I might have to.
At least I feel like a lot of people might have something and they might not even know that they have it. Just walk around with it every day. They might not even tell somebody. So who's to say? And it probably might be likely to know. But any of us might have came across somebody who's had something they just didn't say it disclose about. It's like you really never know unless they directly want to tell you.
Yeah,
but,
like herpes is like super common. Like
it really is though.
It's like super common, and like people act like only one type is like like super scary, but like no, like a bunch of people are walking around with that.
People live daily lives with things like that. They live daily lives all the time. They probably even married right now.
I guess.
Come on, MC, say what yours is. Don't
say that you're dealing with someone and you find out they have like stage 4 cancer or something like. I wasn't, but and I'm only saying that. Listen. There's a reason why I'm saying this, right? There's a reason why I'm saying this. I'm saying this because you might feel like they're a great person and that you really bond with them. Right.
You're not gonna be around with them for long.
Yeah, and maybe you're not ready to commit to something like that.
I just want you guys to know that it's really messed up that you said that. Just because when women get diagnosed with cancer, like when the doctor comes in and tells them and they're married, they're like, hey, I just want you to know that there's like it's statistically high that a husband will divorce a wife or a boyfriend will leave a girlfriend.
Well, here's what I believe. I believe if you're married and once you make that commitment, for better or worse, you stick to those vows. But I'm saying if you meet somebody in the very early stages and something heavy like that is brought upon you, do you feel like that's something you could potentially be able to work through with them? Because a lot of people, they may feel like that's something heavy to get at the start. Like, we haven't even gotten to past level 1 of being together, and I'm already here with that. Some people may feel like they can't do with that, and you gotta respect that, because that's not something that everyone can deal with off rip. And that's what I'm saying. Like, anything you feel like when you hear it, you don't know if you're able to deal with that off the rip. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, the only scenario that I could really relate that to is to my grandparents. That's like, I mean, even though they were together since when did your parents get married? How old was your father? And yeah, how old were my grandparents when they got married? 16.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So about 17, 18, and they was together, up until my grandfather passed away. So, and he passed away from what, cancer? Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, they started going together in the 6th grade, so they was together their whole life.
Wow.
So, but other than that, I don't really have a scenario where I could really relate that to, except that, and I think that they're like the most beautiful relationship I've ever seen. So,
but that also, they were together.
Yeah, exactly, forever.
Long. Yeah, I'm talking about somebody you meet is there. Like, you don't know if necessarily you can commit to being with them in that way. Maybe, I'm not saying you can't be friends with them or still like be a supporter of theirs, but being able to be in a relationship for some people, there might be somewhere it's like, I don't know if I can be able to, because it's not to say that it's not something that will also maybe take a toll on you mentally and emotionally. Like, that's something that also is a way to carry in itself with the partner. And so maybe you don't know if you're able to deal with that off rip.
I personally wouldn't like, if I was back outside in the dating market today and I came across that, I personally, would not want to develop a dating relationship with that person, but I would probably become more so friends, because they're probably going to need, like a lot of comfort. There's probably like somebody else who's not even around them or not wanting to be around them. So I would want to be that, friend, just to give them comfort during that time. But I wouldn't want to let my own, feelings get involved with that. They probably are going to be involved, already on a friend aspect, but on a dating aspect, no, couldn't do it.
T looking at me like I'm a villain. I'm like, no, bro. I was just trying to give it, because y'all kept saying sexual. I'm like, no, there's other things that maybe a person may not be able to deal with, other than sexual. I'm not trying to be a villain, T, but giving me the villain.
I'm be quiet. Be quiet. I don't view you as a villain, I promise.
This is a safe space. All the doors are closed. This is a safe space. You can speak your mind. T, so
T like, I hate this.
So T, so no.
I'm just saying, like, okay, I understand what you're saying. I just know that that's like something that a lot of, at least on the women's side of things, like that's a statistic. I can't say that word. Statistic that like is really, I don't know. It's something that women have to think about a lot when they get sick. Like, they'll be abandoned. Like, I don't know.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. Like, that's the first thing the doctor tells you. Like, before, this is what your treatment is going to be. It's like, hey, your partner, they might dip out on you. So I don't know. Like, I don't know, because that's something that, like, as a woman, I have to think about. I don't know if I would leave somebody that, like, if I really, like, am interested in them. Because what if they beat it? Like, I don't know. I don't know if I would be like,
Now, leaving somebody and they beat it, and then like you got to see them after, like you see them outside, and you just like, hey,
hey, look who's alive.
Hey, I'm alive.
Look who's alive.
Like, what's up with you? Yeah.
Hey man, how you got to that?
You were sleeping on me, but I made it.
They got their hair back. They looking strong.
Right.
Beautiful and everything.
That's all you? Oh, okay. I see you.
Let me touch it. No,
bro.
That's all you. Is crazy. That's crazy.
Another example. Say if someone, because I was watching Bad Boys.
Okay.
I want to go see that, but say if someone is a cop and not just like a regular beat cop, like they are into narcotics or anything, so they are very much involved with like dealing with dangerous criminals and possibly putting their life on the line every single day. And you find out a person is dealing with that, and that's their profession. Do you think that's something you can maybe go along for the ride with?
Only because, you're putting yourself in danger a lot of the time. But, if you're dealing with narcotics, you know what I'm saying, especially in certain areas, you might be dealing with the cartel for all of you.
Yeah.
And, you know, like you don't mess with
They
the
find out
cartel,
where
you don't
I
mess with
live.
people's family. You're right. That's what I'm saying.
You getting pulled up on like that,
I'm
though?
involving myself. Yeah, absolutely. Especially if you go like further down south, especially in like like the lower Texas area closer to the border. You know, stuff is definitely real. So.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I
don't know about. I get
was-
real shaky when it comes to law enforcement. I get real because sometimes, like, I mean, you're supposed to take your job seriously. Like, I take my job seriously. I care about my job. But if you're in law enforcement, you kind of have to. I would feel like if I'm doing certain things, you're gonna look at me like I'm under extra surveillance, and I don't really like that. I think I'm okay with not having a cop friend. I think I'm cool. I think I'm straight.
I never thought about. I never like actually knew that they would, you know what I'm saying, be put up in like the mix like that. Like I thought like saying, since you was the police, like you was like in the clear a little bit. Okay,
I feel like if you're a regular police officer, like you're just doing like traffic stops, and just like regular community safety.
Oh yeah, like a traffic cop.
Once you start getting involved with like the FBI, Homeland Security, and all that, you got a text.
So like state troopers and all that be in there, or is that like a totally different thing?
The traffic guard.
I don't like super serious law enforcement.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, my best friend's dad is a state trooper.
State trooper, okay.
Shout out him.
Yeah.
What's another one? Don't let me be the only one to throw stuff out there.
I'm trying to think of like if there's anything.
If you're in the jail, I don't want to talk to you. I don't care. My mom just said I must not like her. So apparently, my mom's been in jail before.
I don't.
I'm trying to think.
Never mind. I have examples coming to mind, but I don't want to take it even further.
No, let's take it there. No,
You've already took it there.
No, because if I take it there.
Yeah, go ahead.
Project MC. If you want to say anything,
I chose the wrong day to where the.
Come on, man.
Okay. You're dating someone, right? Say maybe like a weekend.
Okay.
Something happens, and now you found out because this was watching a show, and now you find out they're about to become an amputee.
Oh my God! Kevin Hart talked about this.
Yo,
like you find out they're about
crazy
to become
question.
an amputee now.
What part is going to be gone though?
I just watched a comedy special with Kevin Hart. He was like, "What if your girl can never use her knees again? She's like this. She can never.
Yeah, like what do you do? What do you do in that? Do you? And like I said, it's a weekend. Like everything was cool. The vibes was there, and then all of a sudden. You know what I mean? Little tink. Like, what do you...
I feel like it just depends on, like, how well you vibe with the person. If that's something that you can deal with, yeah, I think, like, Yo, come on, bro. You want okay, you want
See, that's why I don't like being that person, though. Y'all making me say all the bad things.
I just never
thought think of like wild scenarios because you
like,
shut down ours. So I'm
trying
to think.
That. Yeah, like the comment.
I mean, it is real because in the black community, like we have diabetes. People could like lose limbs or something like that.
No, that's real.
Health habits.
And again, I'm not saying if you've been married or been together for quite some time and you develop that for better or for worse. That's I'm talking about in the very early stages. If this is presented to you. How do you go? What are some things that's like you can't do? And how do you go about telling the person you can't do this? Like, how do you go about it?
I think you could slightly just start distancing yourself. If you like a weekend, like talking to somebody and then they end up getting like their leg amputated. You know what I'm saying?
But how do you wait till after it happens? How would you do it?
I think you just like slowly stop talking to them. I don't think it's like really that
so
deep.
You ghost them? Oh God!
No, it's not a ghost, but it's like a
fade, like Homer Simpson fading into the
fade.
So you would never say, "Hey, I don't know if I'm able to mentally and emotionally deal with this." I can be there as a supporter, but
if I'm already dating a person like for years in marriage and that happens, I'm going to stand because it's still my road dog at the end of the day. But just going into that like a week, and I feel like there's too much trauma or anything on somebody's plate just to start throwing on to another person already.
Okay, I got one.
Okay, T.
Okay. And I just want y'all, because I feel like this scenario is always going on, like for the guy. So you're dating a girl, and you know you have a good time with her, and then she's like, "Hey, like I'm preggers, and it's not yours, obviously."
Oh,
it's like,
No.
That's horrible. Go,
No.
go,
Don't be
virgin.
with him. Why
Go,
you
yeah,
here?
go, no.
Go up
Yeah.
there.
That's not even the same. Like that's
But
a
like, what if sometimes it takes a little while to figure out if she's pregnant. Like, what if some time passed by, she started dating again, and she's
No,
No. I don't know.
You if you had the nerve to come
You
get with
being
me
fast.
while you're pregnant, you don't have any respect for me as it is. I don't want to
But
be
what if
with
she
you.
didn't know? What if she didn't know?
No.
Well, and what big you say? And we don't know. Now you know. Like no.
And now I'm gone. You feel me? Like
Nah, man. We out, yo.
yeah.
Y'all
I
gonna
ain't
go to
doing
the
all
baby
that.
shower? No, I'm playing.
I would go to the baby shower. Yeah, I'm happy for you and your baby father.
I'm not going. I'm on
I'm
social
not
media
going
when
to that,
she
no.
posts like, "Oh, congrats, you're doing your big one." I'm not. No.
Just a little thumbs up in the comments.
Yeah.
I'm
not even going to change the skin tone of the.
You gotta give it, you gotta give it
regular
Oh, you
yellow.
gonna send her the
like the
yellow
yellow
thumbs
one.
up?
Yeah.
Right now, my joke is failing. My joke is falling. Please. Maybe I got to my
Oh no,
glasses.
it's not doing it.
Oh yeah, it don't like you. Yeah, because see when we do it, I mean,
Bro,
see,
never mind.
Wow.
Never mind.
What?
which is
They
me today.
hating.
Hey,
No,
man,
please.
It's all right. MC got it. MC helped us get it. So
any other wild scenarios where you don't know you could?
if you got hot breath, like
Well, you wouldn't know that from
If you
me.
got hot
What do
I
breath,
feel like
you
scenarios just depends on person by person. I feel like scenarios.
it's got to be like a person by person basis. Yeah.
Okay, Mick. So I got you one. So you said not if they are a convicted felon, but what if they have some in their family?
That's cool. Like, because I have family members that are a little, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like that's like understandable. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you could. It's not about how your family. It's about how you are. I'm dating you. I'm not dating your mom. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This is like it all depends on how you are. You know what I'm saying? And if you're like your family, I don't want to talk to you. Like if you're not a felon, but like I can see you getting your felony ways. Like I'm saying, you have like felon like tendencies.
What's
Like,
a felon?
You're gonna
They
be on
gotta
the
be
fence.
felon charges. Like they gotta have Donald Trump charges. Like what if they did like?
No,
I feel like it's those certain charges that you just know, like, okay, maybe I shouldn't be messing around with this person.
yeah,
What if they
like her
rob
uncle.
somebody? Like what if they
Yeah,
rob
right. Like
somebody?
her uncle got a charge for like robbing somebody, and she liked to fight. Like you ain't been arrested for fighting yet.
That's a bad combo.
I see the signs.
If
Like,
you were doing like any like fraudulent
yeah.
activities with banks, scamming people or anything like that.
Oh nah, not the
I got
scammers.
another one. Say
Okay.
that this person recently just got out the psych ward.
Got out of the psych ward.
Yeah.
Nah, you're not. No.
But what if they fully recovered? What if they what if they're okay?
Yeah, well, you
Like
can be
their
fully
medical
recovered.
says they're fine.
I personally feel like there's always that one little chance that you can revert back to how you was before you had to go to the psych ward. So it's like I'm not even gonna,
You can be fully recovered at your house. You know what I'm saying?
What if it isn't like they
no,
act
because
like...
I feel like if you're gonna be with that person who has those type of problems, you're gonna end up being a therapist eventually. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You're gonna have to be some form of therapy.
See the signs.
Okay. I think I'm out of scenarios. I don't think I have any. I don't think I have any. I mean, I have
the mentally
more,
ill baddies are not getting any love.
You said what?
I said the mentally ill baddies not getting love. Like, okay, wait. No, I have a follow-up question. So, like, are we talking like manic crazy in the psych ward, or like, she's just a baddie with depression or a little anxiety, and it put her in a psych ward?
I'm talking about you was straight jacketed. Like they
so
had
manic, yeah, like someone's
manic.
Nah, man.
Yeah, you was Harley Quinn, and
Yeah,
you ain't finna be lashing out on me, man, and beat me up. You having a psychotic break or whatever.
I'm cool. Like I remember this one girl. She told me like I went on a first date with her, and she told me she did a background check on me, and like she saw like traffic citations and stuff like that.
People be doing that though. Like people do.
That's valid. I ain't mad at that.
Yeah,
people do that.
Like, you're smart. Because at first I was like, you really did that? Like, there's nothing wrong with me. But I'm like, it's not about me. It's about you not wanting to be with nobody crazy. So I was like, you know what? You're thinking big, and I'm about to start thinking big as well.
I feel like that's kind of smart because you're avoiding having to ask, some questions anyway. That's gonna end up making the day weird. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you go.
I'll save any other scenarios for off camera because I don't be paying as a villain on here. I feel like I'm already.
I mean, you already said your cancer one, so
I didn't think
that was crazy, bro. I can't even lie. It was crazy.
No, I'm no more villain than Mid is for doing the reenactment. Mid is worse.
Yeah, Mid
is definitely worse than me.
Bro,
I didn't reenact anything.
She got chicken arms. I'm cool with it, bro.
And on that note, this has been a great podcast. DJ Infinity, we thank you for coming through, man. Shout out to Tiana J. Shout out to Mick going to hell with gasoline draws on.
I'm going up yonder to see my Lord. Stop playing with me, boy.
Listen, man. Until next time, here every Monday, man. We'll see y'all, man. Peace, love, prosperity, respect all your peoples, and all that great stuff.
Bye, y'all.